Hey guys, Bearded Viking Gamer here, and today I got some more pickups and stuff for you. I have some stuff that I got in the mail here, and some stuff just that is, of course, accumulated over for a little period of time. I got some stuff from yard sales and things like that when I do my little game hunts. But I hope everybody had a good Halloween. This Halloween was really cool. My kids, one of them was an astronaut, and then the other one was, of course, Georgie from It. So he had his arm ripped off and blood and stuff all over his raincoat. It was pretty cool. But while they were trick-or-treating, I did a little trick-or-treating with them, and while Mom took them on for the second half, I had picked this up to play while I was waiting for the kids to come and get some candy. And this game is freaking awesome. Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch. For sure. Awesome game. I saw, all the hype and stuff for it, and I loved all the Luigi's Mansions before. This one is especially good with the reward system. I mean, there is so much stuff to grab at. And the levels on each of the tiers as you go up the huge tower, they do feel different. It's freaking awesome, and they did a really good job with it. I'm very pleased with that game. For sure, if you have a Switch, try to get Luigi's Mansion 3. It's awesome. Another one I had picked up here is Medieval. If you guys remember this from the original PlayStation, this is a remastered or a redone version of Medieval. But the PlayStation ones were awesome back then, and it's good to see that kind of stuff coming back. I like it. Just the back of it, I looked at it and I said, oh, for sure. It brings back memories, and it's just all better looking, Looks very, very cool. Here's a PS4 title that I had picked up that I did not own, and this was Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Of course, you get some of these games here for very, very cheap, so happy to do this. Another one here. Now there was this is the Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Okay, this game is freaking awesome. The visuals are really cool. You have the original cast and stuff in here for the story. It's freaking awesome. Now there's another Ghostbusters game that's out there on the PS4, and don't get confused with that one. You gotta make sure you're looking for the video game remastered. That's the good version. The other one is just it's lackluster for what this thing has to offer. This one's very cool. So for sure, try to get this one if you can. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, you'll love it. It's freaking awesome. I have another horror VR game that I had picked up for the PS4. And I like to do a lot of these things in here because I feel like that some of the VR stuff's going to go on the back burner and stuff as soon as that PS5 hits for a little bit. I know they said they would do probably some PS VR support, but you just never know. I like to get these while you can. And this was Don't Knock Twice, a horror game on the VR. Looks very cool. I always like stuff like that. I'll put some time in that. I haven't played that one yet, so I can't wait to jump into that. And I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I know they've pumped them out left and right. That last one was very good. So this was actually one of the ones I did like, and a lot of people didn't like it back then, but this was Assassin's Creed 3, but this is the remastered version on the PS4. And I just thought the story was cool on this one, coming back for revenge and everything. That's just, it's cool, and it's cool to have it on a modern system now. Here was a 360 game. This was Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon for the 360. Now this one looks like it'll be just a fun shoot 'em up. I saw the spine on this one, and I had to dive into it a little more and see. But this is Blood Drive for the 360, and it just looks freaking awesome. Look at that. I never even heard of this game before. And it looks so cool. Brains, Stains, and Automobiles. Freaking cool, man. That looks so awesome. And you're just in a huge arena on like a TV show, it looks like, and you're just running over, busting their guts open and everything. It looks so freaking cool. I can't wait to try this one. Alright, we can do some... here is an amiibo I had... this is actually... My buddy Daniel had called me up and says, hey, I'm at Target right now, and I saw this amiibo. Do you have it? And I said, oh, dude, pick that up for me. It's good to have buddies and everything that know the stuff you're into, and they look out for you, too. It's freaking awesome. I mean, they've come through so many times. Sean, Daniel, a whole bunch of people, man. Adam. Ton of them. So good, and I mean, look at that. This is what he found for me. I didn't have this one yet, so I'm super happy to have that. Thanks again, Daniel. That's awesome. It's good looking out, man. It's good to let everybody know that with the stuff that you're into and the stuff you enjoy, because you never know what they end up seeing, or if they have something, or they have friends that. It's just cool, man. It's just cool. It's awesome the way that works around. So I did get something in the mail here, and let's open it up here. This is from Royal Mail, and I have an idea what it is. It's been a little bit, but let's open this baby up. Okay, I don't know how to say it, but I've wanted this. I've looked at it, so I don't even know how to say it. Holet? I don't know. But it looks like it's a... There are incidents that should have never happened, is what it says on the back. It just looks cool. And this is a European video game. You can tell because they always have those little bands going across. They have their little seal of right here that you rip open. But this is one they had over there on their side. And I wanted to get it. It was not expensive at all. It's always cool to see what they have stuff on there, because of course the PS4 is region free, so you can just play all that stuff on there. So it's cool to see that. Got that. I'm glad that's in the mail now. All done. You almost wait, because sometimes when you do those things from overseas, it takes weeks, you know, and you forget sometimes what you even order. You get it, and it's like a surprise all over again. It's kind of cool. So here's a 360 title. This is Shadows of the Damned. It just looks freaking cool too. Haven't played it. It looks freaking awesome though. Look at some of those enemies. Oh my goodness. You got a big gun with a skull on the end of it, freaking blowing people away. Are you kidding me? So let's see here. Here is another title. This is a 360 for the 360 as well, and this is a first-person shooter, but this is called Legendary, and it's interesting looking. It's mythical creatures are flying all through New York City and stuff, and you're blowing them away. I mean, that's a different approach. I'm like, hey, I'll try it. I love Doom and I love things like that. So when I saw like these, oh man, it just looks freaking cool. Can't wait to try that. On the front cover again there. You get some griffins and stuff flying through there. Looks freaking cool. Alright, so we got here a Sega Master System, and a lot of the Sega Master Systems, if you can see, you probably can't see them, but I got a whole bunch right here. They're very bland. They have that little grid shape on them. This one had a little bit of color to it. This was different. I was almost passed it up because I thought it was a Genesis title, and I love getting Genesis things too, and I was just unsure. I had to pull it off and take a look at it. This was Cyborg Hunter for the Sega Master System. I had never played it, so I always like getting the ones I don't have here. Sega Master System's so much fun, man. It's so cheap to collect for. It's just a cool system. They're around the same time as the Nintendo, so and there's games that I like better on this than I did on the original Nintendo, so it's kind of crazy, man. I like jumping back between the two there. The Cyborg Hunter, it's complete there. It does have the manual and everything. Here is one that this was a. Actually, all these right here were part of a. Let me see here. This one. Okay. There we go. All right. So these titles here were part of a garage sale that I was at. I was doing some game hunting, and I had my little boy with me. And on the way back, it was probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and normally people are done with garage sales right there. But on the way back, I saw them putting stuff out, and I'm like, what the heck? You know, are they doing a garage sale? Are they moving? What are they doing? So I just rolled down the window and asked them, "Are you guys doing a garage sale?" And they said, "Yeah, we're putting stuff out right now." 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it was kind of crazy. So parked the vehicle, and me and my boy came in there. We asked if they had any video game stuff, the usual. And he came out with, he had Burnout on the GameCube. which is Burnout's a lot of fun if you've ever played those. Pokemon Snap on the 64. This was a Blockbuster rental. I can see the stickers all over it, which is cool. I'm leaving them on there. I love that. That place isn't around anymore. I just love that. So Pokemon Snap on the 64. It was another Blockbuster rental. This was Madden 2000 on the 64. This is Wailea Country Club True Golf Classics. Didn't have it. This one I did have, so this is going to be an extra. This is Mayhem on the 64. I had this one as well. This one you could tell he was playing a lot because it was sitting in the system. I could see the color discoloration. And this was 1080 snowboarding. You can see the difference in color. Oh my goodness. But I had that one already, so that's going to be a double. And then he also had this one, GoldenEye 007, of course. So, very happy with that. There was actually, no, there was two more. There was an NES game. So there was Pac-Man on the NES. And Super Mario 2 on the NES. And of course I cleaned it up a little bit, but they were for the most part pretty dirty. Yeah, I got that all for $15, so really good deal. Alright, so I was out game hunting with my little boy, and we swung by a store, and I picked up two titles there, and this was Donkey Kong 64 on the Nintendo 64. Didn't have it. And of course Duke Nukem 64. I didn't have that one either. Very cool, Duke Nukem. Here was a cheapie in there. This was an NFL Quarterback Club 99. A little cheapie in there. And then my buddy Wags from work hooked me up. He had a 64, and he's got some very good games in his collection in there. And he came up to me and he says, "Hey, if there's any other ones that you don't have, let me know and I'll see what I can do." And there was 3 of them in there that I didn't have in his set, and he was so cool, man. He's just awesome to appreciate this, Wags. But this was Diddy Kong Racing on the 64. Didn't have it. Glad to have it in there now. This was NBA Hang Time on the 64. Awesome. And of course, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. This will be a fun one on there. On the 64. I love the difference in those color carts too. It's pretty cool. Alright, so my brother had hit me up. This was a couple weeks ago now, and I finally got the stuff from him. He had hit me up about going to see a band, and the band was called 8-Bit Brigade. And I didn't know anything about them, and I just had to work, and or I just wouldn't have any sleep or anything, so I was not able to go to it. So he ended up going anyways, and he brought me back some merch, which was freaking awesome. And one of the things here was, here we go. This band, what they do, you gotta look them up. They're pretty cool. The Bit Brigade is the name of them. It's not 8-Bit Brigade. I thought it was 8-Bit Brigade. It's Bit Brigade. And they play NES games on stage with the band plays the music for the games. That makes sense. So they start from scratch and they'll play a game all the way through. So instead of a lead singer, that dude's sitting there in a chair playing the game from scratch while the band plays all the music. They have it all muted down. It is freaking awesome. I wish I would have went. Damn, I wish I would have went. But he picked me up some CDs of their stuff that they did, and one of them was Bit Brigade's Ninja Gaiden, their Ninja Band. And it just freaking looks cool. This is the music from them, so I can't wait to pop these in there and listen to them in the truck. Here's another one here. This is Bit Brigade Presents Mega Man 2. There's one of the games they run through, and they run through the full game right in front of you. It's freaking awesome while they're playing music. So cool. Another one he had picked up for me was The Legend of Zelda. Freaking awesome. Man. And then, of course, man, Bit Brigade presents Metroid. And they do many others, but these are ones that I love the music for and everything. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome. All right. So my brother came through again, and he did it again at his work. One of his coworkers had brought in some boxes of games and stuff, so he had gave me a call and just wanted me to go over the phone some of the stuff if there's anything in there that I'd like to get. And his coworker, I did forget your name, but he was so awesome, man. He hooked it up. These are the games that I got off of him. This was Deus Ex Human Revolution for the PlayStation 3. Another PlayStation 3 title here. This is Prince of Persia. Here's another one here. Cool little sleeve too. I always love these little sleeves that are glowing. But this is Dante's Inferno. Looks cool. This one's awesome, man. If you guys haven't played this one, for sure give this one a whirl. On the Wii, Punch Out. The facial animations, everything's so freaking cool on it. Awesome. Here we got a couple more games here, guys, and this is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Beijing 2008. And here's a Wii U title. This is New Super Mario Brothers U, with the Wii U as well on there. And in that lot, there was, my brother was unsure of this, so he had to ask the guy what this was. And basically, you put an SD card in the side of this thing. This is called a M3DS Reel. And what you do is you put your SD card on the side of this thing, and you can do some of your backup ROMs or anything like that, and you put it into your DS, and you can play all your games. Pretty freaking cool. I haven't seen one of these before. I'm glad to have that in there. You can see all the problems in it, just like a DS game. So cool. And then the last one here was my mom actually had found this on here, and she doesn't know a lot about video games at all, but anything that's different that she doesn't see, she picks up. And this is not a heavy hitter or anything, but it's cool because I just didn't have it, and it's a cool, looks like a cool racer. This is called Power Drome for the PlayStation 2. Looks pretty cool. So happy to have that. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys this week. Hope you guys like this video on here. I like doing these pickups things. It's fun to clean these things and put them up on the shelves here and get rid of some of the space here. It's cool. I like doing this a lot. Thank you guys again for tuning in here, and we'll see you guys next week.